All right, trying to balance the camera out perfectly. So right in this area, right here, this is your AC clutch with the compressor. A lot of complaint was a lot of belt noise. Thought it was just a squeaking leak, loose belt. But let's start it. Take a look at that AC clutch, and you'll see it just start flying off the rail. It's just floating in there. All right, so first things first, you got the little tank that you ordered. It's filled with probably about 20% of nitrogen. We gotta go ahead and empty that out. Just slowly turn the valve. It shouldn't be a lot. That's it. Now we got to put a vacuum on it, which I've got to go set up the vacuum. I just bought it, so I'll set that up and we'll get this going on it. All right, so we got two different size fittings on here. Both of them are a vacuum. So this hose actually fits this side one right here. So we'll go ahead and get that in there. You can hand tighten it. Don't gotta be too crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the vacuum, and then open up this after a couple seconds, and then we'll run a vacuum on this for 30 minutes. So after like 20-30 minutes, shut the tank. Now we can disconnect it. I had to bring it out here because it was just it's pretty loud. All right, so let's get this all hooked up. Here's the red high pressure size. Want to turn it all the way to the right, make sure it's closed, make sure all your fittings are nice and tight, which they are. I got you on my head because I really need to. So we're just gonna look for the high pressure side, which is right here up front. Very nice. Okay, I dropped that, so something's not closed. Ah, that's what we need right here. Yeah, see, that's a problem. It's like I said, we gotta make sure we get all these tight. Oh yeah, none of these are tight. All right. Step number one, I told you and I didn't do it. Let's try this again. Much better. All right, now we get the blue line. Again, get everything nice and tight. And then we'll go back, where's the low pressure, which is way over here. There we go. That grabbed. All right, we can go here. Let's not lose that. All right, middle hose going into the inlet side, which is blue. And then I gotta remove this hose. I'll leave all the links of description of everything Okay. Now this kit that I reviewed earlier comes with a fitting that fits on here nicely, so it all connects. So we'll get this put on here. Make sure that valve is closed. I'll bring this up and over here a little bit. All right, I'm gonna get this machine plugged in. All right, so we're gonna open this. Okay, that's open. All right, there we go. We got pressure. We got, I think it's right below the 50. All right, let's do open up that. Let's turn it on. Now this gauge should match. You can see the liquid start coming out of there. Yeah, they match like 40, drop down to 35. And you can see the liquid coming through there. I'll go ahead and kill the camera not to bore you, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take, I've heard, like 30 minutes, so we'll just let that pull out until it hits 0. Alright, so it's been a while. We're all at 0. So let's shut these. We'll go ahead and close. Close. Shut that off. And then we could shut this tank. And there we are. We're all done with this part. Now we can leave our hoses and everything where they're at. We're just going to pull a vacuum now. So I'm gonna take this out and make sure that's shut. Yeah, it's shut. There we go. It's out. All right. Yeah, now we're done with the recovery tank. That can just be set off to the side. Yeah, I like it. Like I said, very quiet. It didn't really get too hot, which I know it's not supposed to, but you know, sometimes stuff like that happens. So that's just great that it didn't. There's two different sizes. This one, the front one, just doesn't require me to use any other fittings. So I'm using the front one, but they both pull suction, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, we're gonna plug it in first. Step one of any successful vacuuming. Now, we're gonna slowly open up the blue. And you hear the pump. Then we're going to open up the red. We're almost at -30, which is what we want to see. Just giving it a second. I mean, this is pointless anyways. I still have to take off the air compressor, AC compressor and all that, which is right here, right on top. So I mean, that's just nothing. I just want to make sure we got everything out of, which we do. So shut that off. All right, let's get out the 10 millimeters, take off this cover. Oh no, just a rubber grommet on that side. Cool. Okay, so this guy. That's a 10 millimeter. Oh, we can get that off here. Come on. Oh, there we go. Very old and on there. All right. To make this easier, I'm gonna go ahead and just remove all the alternator stuff too. So just pinch and pull, and .12 millimeter. And of course I dropped that. Now before we go too far, I do have the negative, so there's no current going through here. All right, cool, that frees up all of that. All right, we're gonna remove the belt. We're gonna just replace this one while we have it off. So we're gonna take a 15 millimeter. I like using a nice 18-inch breaker bar. Really anything will work. So now's the time you want to take a picture, I mean, or draw it. Usually I draw it, that way you know. Some cars actually have it like here or over here, but this car has no information, so usually readily available. So we'll go ahead and just put this on and loosen it up. Geez, all right. Those were tough. They usually don't stick in there like that. Okay. Just get these up and out of the way as best we can, which that is perfect. All right, because that hose, that's gonna be already replaced. All right, now let's just get the, okay, what does it look like? It looks like four bolts. I'm gonna get the other one out first. All right. Lots of 10s and 12s. These are 12s. Oh. Ooh. Did I just break? Maybe that's just too much power. Yeah, it's really rusty, so we're gonna use the breaker bar to get them loose. Ooh, there we go. Gotta love large breaker bars. So I'm going to set these up how they go on the car, so there's no question later. Okay. Okay, I'll take these, because these can go in the back, no problem. And there it is. You can tell that's what it was doing on there. I was just, ooh, and it's locked up now. Absolutely hate that they sent me the wrong one the first time, so unfortunately I just hate waiting, you know, all this time between getting a new one and not. Okay, so this one's already pre-filled with the oil, so don't have to worry about that. Okay. $12mm. So there's two different types of compressors. I just want to, before we get too far, this one actually has like, there's like this end piece right here. You'll find some that do not have that, which really aggravating because it's not the right one. These right here are just to hold the oil in. 10mm. Okay. Underneath here, there's a little gasket. We'll get something to get that off. It'll come with new gaskets if you buy the right one, which I'll leave a link in the description for the right one. Okay. Had to backtrack a tiny bit. One thing, again, when you do this job 4 days ago and waiting on parts, or 5 days ago, this wire needs to go below both these hoses. So now that we're back on track, it's not one size fits all either. There's specific sizes. Okay. Nice and pulley. All right, let's get everything hooked back up. Okay, so that all the connections are secure. We never took off that. Want to make sure these are closed. Okay, so all right, so what I'm going to do is turn on the vacuum. We're going to form a vacuum. Okay. All right, we're almost at -30. So we'll shut this. Close the vacuum pump. I don't know what you can see, so I'll shut that light off. Now, we're going to let this sit for about 20-30 minutes and see if that changes at all. If it does, that means we got a leak somewhere and we're going to have to get that fixed. Okay, so after 20 minutes or so, it's still at -30 and -30. They match. So now what we're going to do is run a vacuum on it for a long time, 30-45 minutes. That's to get out all the moisture in there. It's the 780 K6. Nice new belt. All right. Be nice if it had a diagram. So we're gonna have to go off of the picture. All right, I didn't bother showing you the rest because I can barely see anything down there. So, but what I found easiest was to lay it across the top. Then start with the tension pulley, then work your way down the crankshaft, then up to this roller, and then you'll take your 15 millimeter and you know, loosen up the pulley, and then put it down here through the water pump. That was the easiest way I found to do it. So I'll try to get you a good diagram right there. All right, let's get this thing going. Okay, it's a very crusty battery. Shut those first. All right, it's under pressure. All right, you're gonna put this on, pierce it, but add this. Make sure that's tight. Now, open up the valve. Okay, it's open. Now what you want to find is a screwdriver, because now there's going to be Freon going through the hose. Now you just want to take it, and it's right there, little valve. I don't know, we'll see. So that's open. You'll open the low side only. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Make sure it's set to cold. Make sure your AC is on, because we're gonna need to get enough in there for that compressor to kick. Now, if this can's okay, we should see it flowing through here. There it is. Which we have a leak. Okay, now that the leak is fixed, we got Freon going into the system, which you see that here. Pressure gauge is going up. We just needed enough. This will keep sucking it in until the compressor will kick. We're getting a nice good flow. All right, now that that can's empty, we're gonna close that valve. Close this valve, and we can remove. All right, so if you get like a can and a half, you don't want to empty out the full can. Obviously, shut your gauge, close this. We can go ahead and make sure that's closed. That's closed, and we can start disconnecting everything because you're all done. Just put that push pin right here and put that last bolt in there. Yeah, double check your belt, make sure it's in the grooves very nice, which it is. Everything looks nice. And there we go. All right, so anyways, all that's out, and cool. So that's how I replace the AC compressor. Make sure I'll dig out that plastic cap that I dropped for the second time here and get the low pressure side back over there. You don't want to ride with those open. You don't want stuff filling up inside there. Okay, all the connections are good. Went inside and checked it. It's nice and cool inside there. It was just above 40 degrees, which is good. So that's it. Hope this video helped. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, yell at me a little bit, anything you guys want to do. Let me know if you got any questions.